to me.
Cool. And we live, baby.
I don't know
Yeah.
how I feel about that.
I feel about what?
How you just said that.
How I just said what?
I don't know what you said. That's how I am. I don't know how to feel about it.
I think you was doing his best Mario impersonation.
Oh, you mean when I said it's a me? Why did I say it's a me?
I think he said it's good to me because he said it's good to me. So
That's
you
what
said it's good to me, but you said it like, you know what?
crazy
Yeah,
how
This is a conversation. I'm gonna mind my business.
it's crazy to me. It's astonishing to me how fast I just forgot why I said what I said and then why I said it.
Hey, you know what? You usually give a full disclosure. Like, listen, my memory ain't all up to par. So.
What's amazing to me is how you managed to set a new record for it every time. Like this was less than a few seconds this time.
The Guinness World Record of keep forgetting something.
You know what I didn't forget? I
What's
didn't
up?
forget to tell the boss, yo, boss. Let me tell you what happened. Let me tell you what me. Oh, so me and Reese.
Oh wow, this is what we're doing right now.
Here we
This is
go.
what we're doing. Okay.
So we, as you can see,
Okay.
me and Reese, we both got some brand new Steel Series headphones, and these headphones, actually, they're awesome. They're wireless.
For those of you that can't see, they are still series headphones.
Well, I said Steel Series headphones.
It's Steel Series. Which Steel Series? Because they have a wide range of headphones.
See, I'm like, what?
Oh yeah, I did say, as you can see, you're right, you got that. But Steel Series headphones, they're 7P something. I threw the box away actually, so I don't really know. But anyways,
You're right.
they are wireless headphones, and they were not cheap at all in any sense of the word.
I think they work.
What's retail on those?
$150.
Ooh, not cheap.
Not cheap.
Not cheap.
Not cheap at all. Not cheap at all.
Not cheap-ish.
So, well, yeah, I get, you can get way more expensive headphones for sure.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they can get.
But
they
me
can
and
border
Reese,
ridiculous, but yeah.
we came across
Go ahead.
them. We came across them, and we was like, "Yo, these are fire." Copped ASAP, and they work on the PS5 wireless. Boom, cop. Boom, on the way. Sent. Boom, got them. And then I'm like, "Yo, you really bought some headphones, some Steel Series headphones, some brand new headphones, and you ain't even buy a mic yet?" I'm telling.
Bro,
Why you like this?
Did he buy it? Well, he has his camera now, right?
He has a camera. And
But he
still
still didn't buy a
Turtle Beach headphones he's been using since episode 1.
Do you?
As a matter
does
of
this
fact,
have
he
the
has
face?
another set of headphones that he used to use. I don't know what happened to them, but those were like the bomb ones. He used to change the battery out, do all this cool stuff. I don't know what happened to them.
That's my PS4 headset.
Wait, so you already had some quality headphones?
They're still series.
They're still serious. Yeah.
You can't use them on the
Wow.
5?
I can, but they do not take advantage of the new Tempest audio tech that they built into the PS5, whereas these 7Ps can.
Wow, God,
Yeah.
that's
So
crazy.
bro already had 2 pairs of headsets. Well, 2 pairs. Yeah, he had 2 headsets.
But I bought the Pro Wireless ones. Oh, wow, I've already had this. Those have lived through 2 PS4s actually.
Okay,
So
but
you
have headphones. You had headphones.
For my console.
You got a new mic. You got a new camera. We can see you so much better in like HD. It's beautiful, but we can't hear you all that hot.
I'll let the chat decide that because I ain't got no complaints about audio yet.
Oh my
Listen, it's a work in
goodness.
progress. It'll be here.
It's a work in
mine's gonna be blown again.
Those could have been it right there. Like that could have been it right there.
Yeah, because
I love
like
how, you know what's crazy?
Yetis, they retail like $129 right now.
Yeah,
You could've just,
that I link
like,
all the
you could've
time.
ordered brand new from the site.
Always link them every trip. I'm like, oh, there goes the microphone. Hey, oh,
I like how in the beginning when we was talking about how we both got the same headset. I believe one of the lines you said like, "Yo, we should cop like ASAP." All that. You are encouraging me to make this purchase aside.
Okay, you know what? Since we're going to go there, that is big cap. Let me tell you what actually had happened. I sent these to Reese, and I was like, "Yo, Reese, what do you think of these headphones? Like, are these quality?
I remember that.
Are these quality headphones?" Yep.
So you remember that.
We're on headset. He's looking at them. He's like, "Yo, these are fire. Copped." He just bought them off rip right there.
I might have to pull up that text thread and defend myself, but we're gonna say this.
Look at the purchase receipt. You bought yours, and then I bought mine. Like I was like, oh well, if you buy it, well, hey man, then I'm on it too.
No. Stop right there. We're gonna look this up right now. I need you. I need you to go to the site right now.
We can check the email receipts, bro. You was like, oh, these is fire. Company card. That's what you said.
Oh my goodness.
Company Yo, first of all, I thought y'all just throwing each other under the
This is crazy. The episode didn't even start yet. I'm getting attacked.
Oh man, nah, I'm snitching because you
I'm remembering this transgression for the remainder of my this is.
Yo, there's a lot going on behind the scenes, y'all. There's a lot. Man just buying headsets. It's crazy, bro. It's crazy.
All right, look, man. I just wanted. I just felt like that was information that boss should know. So I forgot to tell him. So I was just letting him know.
So you do it in front of boss and our listeners also.
Oh, I mean, it just so had happened. It just so had happened. Like it was coincident that we was on live or on air,
and that this story just so happened.
It just came up. I was like, oh, I remember that Reese bought $150.
My man's just so happened to remember after we were saying how forgetful he was.
I didn't even have a quality PC before I got a mic and camera. I was like, you know what? I gotta have it. Gotta get it. Just get it. Get it.
I upgraded my mic.
Sure did.
Upgraded my mic. Reese.
Tax.
Using some what are those Turtle Beaches you got? Some Turtle Beaches you got?
Hey, he be the main one. Turtle Beach is garbage.
All right.
Hey man, this is what was available at the time. You know, it was an emergency. Had to have something.
It's been an emergency for almost 7 months, my G.
That's crazy.
All right, moving right along, man. How's you guys' day today? Reese?
Well, I just got finished getting beat on. So, I'm doing pretty well for myself. I'm just here hanging out with my friends who are attacking me. And having a good time talking about our video games and stuff. What about you, B?
I had a good day. Very busy day in the morning. You guys can't see my board, but it's a very busy day. But it's good. Yeah, I got my personal training done. I had to do some Spider-Man research for you guys, and just help out around the house and all that. What about you, Key?
My day was chill. I was lounging around all day. Actually, it was my girlfriend's daughter's birthday, and I gifted her some AirPods.
Nice. That's always a good gift, right?
What, AirPods? Yeah. I mean, she would walk around with the things that you put in like it had the wire. I mean, I guess those is cool or whatever, but I was like, nah, we got to update you. We got to upgrade you. So
Power Beat Johns?
Yeah, got some
I think there was some first pair of Oh my goodness. Key gets his first gaming wireless headset. Now everybody up around him got to upgrade now, huh?
Hey, look, man, I'm just looking out for my loved ones is all. You know what I'm saying?
I see that. Okay. I like what you're talking about.
Really, honestly, the only reason I got wireless headphones is because I really don't like wireless headphones all like that because I just don't want them to die on me in the middle of a game or something. But like with my whole setup moving forward, I'm trying to go as wireless as possible. But really, like I have 3 monitors now, and before I used to be on the monitor closest to my PC, but now I'm at like the middle monitor, which is away from my PC. So when I'm playing like especially Metal Gear, it's when I mostly use my headphones. The cord is like stretching across my neck, and I'm just like when I'm trying to play Metal Gear. So I'm like, yo, let me just.
Why you getting choked out by riding?
Yeah, I'm getting choked out. I'm like, so I was like, let me just go wireless, man. Whatever. Yeah. Plus, these headphones work with the PS5, so whatever.
Yeah, I still got my wired. I still have my HyperX Cloud Stingers. I actually have 2 of them, and I just looked them up. I looked up like the best headsets of like 2020, like of now, and it's still number 2, and it's a $50 headset, and it slaps. So I'm just gonna keep them. I have no reason to buy a new one.
No reason to buy. No reason to buy.
Yeah.
Slap.
Oh man, they slap. They're good. Like they're like middle tier, but they cost trash tier. Like you can't beat that.
Yo, I'll tell you one thing.
Are they that? Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
These headphones was an upgrade, bro. Crazy. I'm playing. So Reese was. I think he was trying out his headphones. I think he was trying out our headphones or something like that.
We were both trying out our headphones.
Yeah.
That you snitched on me about, but go ahead.
And not the Yeti mic that he bought. All right, never mind.
Huh? You mean the Turtle Beaches? So, so anyways, I never played my game, the PS5, up until this point. I've always had the sound coming through the TV. So I was like, oh yeah, my headphones just came in. Let me try them out. So I plug them up, plug them in or whatever, and we're trying them out. And yo, that sound is crazy. Crispy, and I'm playing Demon Souls, so it is scary. Like, there was a part where I like stabbed somebody and I took their souls, but the way I took the souls, it just came out of my right ear, and it was just like vroom. And I'm like, yo, who's trying to get in my crib? I'm like looking to the right, like, yo, who's trying to get in? I'm like, no. I'm like, yo. So
it's great.
Headset audio, it's fire, man. Good headset audio.
I'm trying to find out how to turn it down because I ain't trying to get scared.
Like, I ain't trying to get scared.
Oh, you gotta play Phasmophobia with those on.
No.
Yeah.
That's not happening.
Oh, man.
I ain't saying I'm Welcome everybody to another episode of Trigger Talk TV, where we talk all things video games and video games related. I am Key, of course, and I'm here with my two wonderful co-hosts, B.
What's going on, folks?
And Reese.
What's going on, folks?
Is there echo in here?
It might be.
Is it just you?
It might could be.
I don't
hear no echo though. If you wonderful people hear echo, just let us know, and then we'll try to address it.
I said that because
he said that because you said the same thing as me.
Oh my god!
I don't know.
I'm not even a dad.
You never know nowadays with things, man. You never know. I'm trying to cover our tracks. Y'all making fun of me for it.
Well, listen, it's time, Reese. Okay.
You're right.
It's time.
It's time.
The people deserve it. The people beyond us, the people deserve it. They should. Microphone? Yeah, they should. They deserve better quality as we move forward. We're on episode 27, and
we are on episode 27.
That's great. I lose track every now and then because I was like, now it feels like we've just been doing this for such a long. It's just so natural and ingrained to our being. Just about that. Yeah. 27 is like, dang, we did this 26 times before? This is only 26 times before? That's crazy.
Every week's a new number, man.
But here we are.
It feels like 27 is a lot but it's not. But it feels like it because it feels like we've just been doing this now. It just feels like like I'm getting up to go to work, but like my fun work, not you know what I mean?
My fun work.
My fun work. I like that.
But yeah, man. Speaking of fun. All right, let's get in. Let's just dive right in. I'm going in Spider-Man Miles Morales, which is a stupid name. It's a stupid name. I'll get into that later. Insomniac Games, obviously. Published by Sony Interactive Entertainment, obviously. This game what was the actual official release date for this game? Oh, November 12th. 2020, which is also
a launch title.
Is a launch title. This game is also available for PS4. Cool thing is when you download it for PS5, you can download both versions. I don't know why you would do that, but you can. So let me take y'all back to 2018 real quick with this game. So you guys remember we spoke about this very early in this podcast series. That a lot of these companies, you go to E3 or you watch the E3 events or you watch the Tokyo Game Show, and they showcase a new title. And when they showcase the original Spider-Man from the 2018, like the reboot series, it was beautiful. I don't know if you guys remember. Like they had like the ray tracing, like you could see all the reflections in the water and all this cool stuff. You could see all this stuff. Mm-hmm. Because they showed it to us on a PC, obviously, but we didn't know that. I mean, we knew that, but they were
we didn't really care.
Telling it to us like it wasn't a PC. So we're all hype. Then the game drops, and you guys remember there was a lot of backlash about the graphics not being what they showcased, all of that.
Are you talking about the Spider-Man when they showed him his reflection in the puddle, and then when you got the game, the disgrace. I remember that.
Yeah, so that's Marvel Spider-Man. That's that's a 2018 drop of this game. I'll keep saying of this game because Spider-Man Miles Morales of 2020 is literally the same exact game. It's the same game. This is so the game is good. I'll get into its good qualities because the 2018 game was good. Like out of 10, I gave that game like an 8.5. So out of 5, let's say I gave the last one a 3.7, a 3.8. This game is just the same. Like I'll have an official review up when I'm done on our blog. But it's the same game with a 4K PS5 facelift. Like there's no load times, right? There's no load times, which is fire. Like they added music, like Kid Cudi's in there. There's like some hip hop. There's like some salsa, which is dope. Like, which is awesome. Like Miles Morales, he usually talks to his mom in straight Spanish, like most of the time in the game, which is fire.
Awesome.
Yeah, like it's really, really, really cool. And but I seriously feel like I'm playing the exact same game, except I have Miles Morales' ultimate abilities, his electricity and his cloaking. This is just no cap, no exaggeration. I'm not being a bully. This is just expensive DLC. It's what it is. It's a $50 DLC.
So you feel like you feel like this is just a $50 overly expensive DLC for the original Spider-Man that came out in 2018.
Bro, that's exactly what this is. Dude. Now don't get me wrong. It's a good game. The last game was a good game. This game should have came out for PS4 as a DLC. But like what they said when they was announcing this game was they were like, it's a standalone. And then we saw the price and we're like, why is it only $50? And then we're like, well, it's not a standalone. It's an expansion.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, they wasn't very specific. They kept on. It was like, oh, it's its own story. Like what is that?
They kept flip flopping.
Yep, and that's where the DLC suspicion started to creep in.
And it is its own story, but it's literally a continuation of the last game. So at the end of the original game, spoiler alert for all those, there was an incident in that game. It had to do with this negative energy, and you beat this boss, whatever. It's this whole event. The game ends, and you know going forward that Miles is going to be the Spider-Man. You know what I mean? Like he's making his transition to be Spider-Man. He's like learning and all that crap. And then it cuts out, and that's the end of the game. Fast forward to this game, you get a recap. So the game starts off with an option for a recap.
Wow.
Right? So okay, cool. So you get a recap of the original game, but it's Miles walking you through it, through his side, like what he saw, what he went through, how he helped you. Cool. Then you start the game. You're on a mission with Peter Parker. And you guys are out. You guys are doing some stuff. Boom, 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 boom. It's a fresh game. I don't want to spoil it yet. So, make a long story short, Peter Parker goes on vacation. So now it's just you. You in New York. It's Miles. You know what I'm saying? You're getting to crack it. And it literally, so that is where they say, oh, it's its own story. Because Peter Parker is not around. So it's just you.
But what was the point of the recap? No, them having a recap of the previous game automatically shows you that it's a continuation of the same story. Exactly. It's like, that's DLC. That is DLC.
Bro, that is the epitome of DLC. You gave me a recap, and then you took the main character, and you shipped him to wherever he is. I'm not going to spoil it. And then you're playing in a side story inside that universe. That's DLC, bro. That's not a fresh standalone game. That's why this thing costs $50. Like it shouldn't cost $50. In my opinion, it should be like $30 game. Yeah, it should be a $29.99 game, but because it's next gen and it's got the 4K uplift and it's optimized for PS5, although there's been no haptic feedback in this game at all.
I'm surprised with the web swinging.
There's been nothing.
Dude, that would have been perfect.
There's been nothing with the trigger so far.
Wow.
Now, like feedback on like the rumble, yeah, like when you're on a train, you can feel the tracks, stuff, super cool. But there's been nothing so far with the triggers at all. Like, that's a bummer. Yeah, man, it's fun. It's super fun because I loved the 2018. I love the 2018 drop for this game. So it's just DLC for that game. So I can't say it's a bad game. It's fire, but it's a misstep for them the way that they peddled this game, as if it's some sort of continuation, as if it's some sort of standalone, because we don't know what they wanted to be, but it's DLC. And to get into the name super quick, because we've been kind of harping on this for a while. Not to get like crazy political or anything like that, but you name the game like Spider-Man the Mixed Kid. Like, why would you do that? like why would you do that?
Yeah.
Like you rebooted the Spider-Man series, right? In the movies, it was Spider-Man, and then it was Amazing Spider-Man, and then it was Spider-Man Homecoming. You changed the actor, you changed whatever every time. Totally fine. You never named it Spider-Man Peter Parker.
Never.
You would never name it Batman Bruce Wayne.
Never.
Like, why would you do that? Why would you do that? You wouldn't name it Superman Clark Kent. You would never do that.
Or even Batman. What's his son name?
Damian.
Yeah.
You wouldn't do that. You'd say Batman the Second Coming, or Batman the New Age, or Spider-Man.
They always have like a cool name after the hero or whoever it was.
Spider-Man A New Horizon, A New Dawn, something like that. You don't name it Spider-Man the Mixed Kid. Like, you just put Spider-Man Miles Morales. Garbage, bro.
So the problem with that is Miles Morales is Spider-Man. Like, he is Spider-Man. He's not Peter Parker, no, but he's Spider-Man. So you just call the game Spider-Man and give it whatever flavor text you want after that. You don't name it Spider-Man.
Oh, Spider-Man, because Spider-Man is Miles Morales. That's what they did, basically.
Like, there's a great story by Grant Morrison. It's called Batman and Robin, right? But Batman is actually Dick Grayson, and Robin is Damian, because something happened to Batman.
There you go.
Not to spoil the story, but something happened to Batman. It's just called Batman and Robin. That's it. Yeah. It's called Batman and Robin by Grant Morrison. Boom.
It's not
called
Batman and Robin. Hey, it's Dick Grayson. Like, no, it's like,
you would never do that. But because, and then they added the salsa and the hip hop and you know what I mean? And so it's like the in-game stuff is trying to hit it on the head, like to have this diversity, to make it feel like into the Spider-Verse. And like, I'm connected to this character. Like, this is my Spider-Man. You know what I mean? Like, this is my Spider. But it's just a bummer that you would name it that.
It's so ironic.
It's Ultimate Spider-Man. He is Spider-Man. Like, that's it. Like,
it's ironic how they have these things to tackle like race relations within the game, but then you name your game something that is like part of what's wrong with race relations. Like, it's not Spider-Man Miles Morales. Like, yes, Miles Morales is the character, but he's not the, like, you just don't do that.
It's basically you saying he's not really Spider-Man.
Yes, exactly. Like, it's Spider-Man, but Miles this time. It's Spider-Man, but the kid is mixed this time.
You're basically saying he's not the guy.
Yeah,
Peter Parker's the guy.
And what's astonishing to me, honestly, is that literally there is no article out there talking about this. Like, nobody at all is talking about this, and I feel like it's a major problem. Like, not to get like too deep into it, but like, I just feel like it's a big problem that, like, and it's kind of like that thing where like you try to understand and you really try to understand, but you can see that you don't get it.
Like you're trying, because in the game there's so much stuff that you're like, ooh, they hit it. Like in the original Spider-Man of this reboot, when you're just walking around near citizens and you press the attack button, he like talks to them, or he'll throw up a peace sign, or he'll do something. In this one of his things is he just starts dancing salsa. You know what I mean? It's super cool. Like, it's like one of those things, and you're like, ooh, sweet touch. You know what I mean? and but yet you were so sensitive and you were so like inclusive and so all of that in the game. But the title is like you missed the mark. You missed the whole thing. But
you built this nice tower with a pretty bad foundation.
Yeah, basically, pretty much. But all that to say, the game is fire. If you like the original, if you like high octane action, superhero, open world, this game is it. Like if you like Horizon Zero Dawn, or if you like Batman Arkham Knight, this is it. It's so much fun. Like you leveling up the characters. Like you level them up, you got to get skills and abilities. But this game is super short. Like I can tell it's short just by the skill tree. So in the original, the skill tree, as you go, they cost more. You know what I mean? Like something will cost 2, something will cost 3 skill points. And this, everything costs 1 skill point. Everything costs 1 skill point. Yep. Everything costs 1 skill point. Like they're trying to give you the skills as fast as possible because the game is not long. It's a DLC. Like
15 hours.
Yeah, I showed these guys a picture from this website that like they play games to their completion in certain different ways. And if you just beeline the story in this game, they're saying it's only 6.5 hours. I believe them. I'm playing on the hardest difficulty, and I'm just blitzing through it. And the completionist, like to get the platinum trophy, they said it's like 20 hours or less. No, it was 15 and a half. It's 15 and a half. 15 and a half. The original game to platinum it is 33 hours. This is half. It's less than half. It's a DLC, bro. Like it's a $50 DLC. Like you hold up. Change my mind. But like change my mind, bro. Change my mind.
Listen, with everything you putting forth, it's kind of hard to do so. Like the content's cut, the recap. Like
I can't believe they're doing a recap.
The recap sealed the deal for me. Like, that's
dude. You watch a recap when the season comes back on the show. Like you watching the show, you've been gone. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like 6 months in between seasons, so the seasons come back. They try to give you a recap, like a quick refresher, So it's like
because it's been a while since you saw it.
This is what happened in the most recent installment of the same game. So here, remember this? I bet. Now let's move forward. It's crazy how they just give you a whole refresher, a recap.
Like Reese, how expensive was? Because I don't remember. How expensive was Monster Hunter Iceborne? Like the expansion.
$40.
$40, right? Now, how much content is in that?
In comparison to the base game?
Yeah, in comparison to its base game, because you can't do that with an action.
Wow, DLC is really $40.
So this thing is a crazy expansion.
Hurts.
Iceborne brought a fair amount, but in comparison, because it's kind of tough to gauge it, because they'll give you something and they'll just add on to the base game. So now this base game was this huge thing before Iceborne came out. So I don't know if you want me to compare it to that or compare it to the base game when it.
Well, the Iceborne itself, like the storyline within Iceborne, how much is like how much content
at the rate. They kept adding to Iceborne. At this point, I would say the base game of Monster Hunter World and all the expansions of Iceborne, they're basically the same size.
Wait a second. Yeah. So they add DLC to Iceborne to the expansion.
Yeah, they drop here $40. You get Iceborne. Now we're gonna add all this content during the month. It's like they added
that's pretty
at
cool,
least 10
actually.
monsters. Yeah,
fire.
So now
right?
At this point, they stopped on base world. They kept working on Iceborne. Now they're basically the same size.
So now, to me, that sounds like it's worth a $40 expansion. That's a $40 expansion. That's not just DLC. That's an expansion on the game.
That's an
expansion. You're basically getting like part 2. You know what I mean, of the game within the game.
So wait.
Now, go ahead, Keith.
Well, with that knowledge, like I mean, then that means it's possible that they can just add in more DLC to make Miles Morales longer and better. I mean. When that happens, I doubt it's going to be free.
Yeah.
Because they just did that. So with the original drop of the 2018 game, when it finished, like after you beat it, there's 3 DLC for that game. I think they started at $9.99, but now they're $4.99. right? So there was 3. Each one was about, like 4 hours, something like that. And they had a completion to them as well. So you probably could squeeze like 10 hours out of them for each one. That's like 30 hours of content for $30.
Mm-hmm.
This game is about
$50.
15 and a half hours of content for $50, bro.
Yeah.
That's
and
crazy.
I just realized that you did say like that expansion they gave DLCs for free. They just expanded upon the expansion for free.
That would turn
you're not
this
gonna
game
you're not
into
gonna,
an expansion. Like it still won't be considered.
But even if like you're not gonna get if they make DLC for Spider-Man for this Spider-Man, most likely it's gonna cost. Like it's not gonna be free.
Definitely.
So it doesn't even.
It's not gonna be free.
It doesn't even make up anyway. So can't compare it either way. So either way you look at it, it's Resident Evil bad. How long was Resident Evil? Like 3 hours or something like that. Like stupid short. Like
I heard like some of those pros like who play Resident Evil, hardest difficulty, they beat it in like 6 hours. Didn't Dom beat it in like 6 hours?
Dom beat it in like 4. I think it was 4 hours, dude. That's why I said 3. I think he beat it in 4 hours.
So this game, if you just beeline the main story, I guarantee you can beat this game in like 6.5, 7 hours, easy.
Oh, how is that even legal? Like, it's sickening, dude.
The conversation is about to turn from the shortcomings of these consoles generation to the games themselves.
Well,
like, what makes you think it's okay to charge $50 for a quote standalone game? That's not even that.
It's a cash grab, bro. I think they was already working on this, and they was like, "Yo, can we port it to the PS5? Like, can we do all the hot stuff with it? Sure." That's how I feel about it. That's really how I feel about this game. That's how I feel about it. Like, they were working on this for the PS4, and then they handed them the dev kit for the P5, and I was like, all right, we'll do the 4K. We'll do we'll do the 60 frames.
Little port.
Playing it
little port
with the 60 frames per second on, it's like butter though. It's so fluid. It's so smooth. It's nice. It's nice. But is it worth $50? Nah, dude. Just give me in a whole fleshed out game, a whole 33-hour, 40-hour game. I'll drop the 70 and we can get it cracking. This.
But see, another thing is like with nowadays with the way story. I've said this before, but like the way story games or action games or movie like games go, they're like short themselves. Granted, this game is like extremely short, but like a movie type game is like 10, 15 hours. Like 15 hours is like steep for like a movie type game.
Yeah.
So like nowadays, you're not even gonna get much bang for your dollar. Well, I mean. You're gonna get a deep, enthralling story, hopefully, for the money. But you're not gonna get like this long, jam-packed game anymore, which is kind of unfortunate.
But like, if you take Last of Us, right? Like, you could beat that game fairly quickly.
Yeah, the original one I beat on 12 hours. No, I beat in 12 hours on hard. The original one.
Right, but your first playthrough took you much longer.
I don't know. Possibly. Like I was shocked to beat it in 12 hours. I don't remember how long it took me to beat it originally. Okay. Too long. Came out too long ago.
So I looked up my playtime for...
You can do that?
Yeah. Like I went all the way back to my save data and I looked up my playtime for...
No, so certain save files.
Have it, some games don't. But you go into your storage and then you go into application save data. It's going to take a second to load and then you just scroll through and... games like Fallout and stuff like that will definitely have your playtime on it.
I want
playtime.
So I should have my from when I had from. Oh no, I beat it on PS3.
Ooh,
that's fine.
Yeah, well, I don't have that.
You might not have that. Bro.
I gave my PS3 to my nephew.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
but
and you don't have PS Now, huh?
I never had PS Now.
Oh, because if you did. When it gives you that emulated PS3, you're technically signed into your account, so you could see your application save data. That was in the cloud.
That's tough.
So I beat the original Spider-Man in 27 hours.
Mm-hmm.
I did everything except collect these like backpacks that are around the city. You can miss me with that. I wasn't doing it. That's the only thing I didn't do. And it's a long and tedious thing. You got to go around and go get these stupid backpacks. So it probably would have took me another like 4 or 5 hours to do that.
So let's just say 30.
Fair to say, right? So there's no way There's just no way that they can convince me that this is a full game. You just can't. You can't convince me that. There's no shot. No way. There's no way, man. Like Ghost of Tsushima, that took me over 30 hours to beat.
Definitely.
Because of the difficulty and things, I died numerous times. Of course, if you don't die, you just push through it. Yeah, you could beat it way faster. But like when you turn the difficulty up and things like that, or even if you don't turn the difficulty up, if you're just not that good at you and you're getting whooped out, it adds to the time that it takes you to beat the game.
And this was after, in the latter part of the game, I'll try to keep it spoiler minimum. You just decided to go straight quests. You straight MSQ. You didn't even bother with like the side.
I did.
Oh, you
I
didn't
just
do
went
in Ghost of Tsushima? You didn't do any other sides?
No, in like the latter part of the game, it was just like, you know what? This is getting tiring because we did this for the previous portion. It was like he just went straight through the story, and it still took 30 plus hours.
Bro, that
and
is
like I made a pact because I was like, we got to beat it by Monday.
Yeah, so remember that. Yep.
Monday, so we could play the DLC.
That is so impossible for me. So impossible.
It was.
I cannot.
I did it. Like I still finished the last of them, and then I did it. But because I agree with you, it's really hard for me to just skip all those question marks and like the red dots on the map. Like, oh, what's over here? What's over there? Like,
I can turn it off.
Like you guys already know, I still got to give Joffrey his necklace. Like I got other stuff to do. I can't be doing MSQs when there's so much.
When
there's so much other stuff.
He can't move on until all the quests
are
done.
I gotta do the side quests. I got people to meet. I gotta go see my man Sheol Gorath.
Gorath, my guy.
I got stuff to do. I got people to talk to. You know what I mean?
I gotta get rid of this hell joint. Like,
rock joint.
I gotta decide if I want to become a vamp or a wolf. Like, I don't know. Like,
vampire was so OP in Oblivion. But
I gotta figure out which way I want to go with it this time around.
Yeah,
I feel you.
Such a good game. Kind of unlike this expanded DLC we've been talking about.
Dude, that's what it is, man. It's not to take away from the game that it's fun. Like, again, if you enjoyed the last one, plus like, the music and the no load times and all that stuff, like it's a nice touch. It's a beautiful touch, but it's a fancy DLC. That's what it is.
That's a shame.
That's my story, and I'm sticking to it.
Well, we should probably move on to an actual full-length game.
Yeah, and this actual full-length game is a remake of an actual full-length game, which is Demon Souls. So Demon Souls, this game, man, it brought back so many memories when I was playing this game. And I don't know if they were good or bad, because it was both. Just a bunch of seeing you died a million times across your screen. Like, bro, I'll get into that. But first, I want to, let you guys know about the game, as we always do. So originally, it was developed by From Software, sorry. And interestingly enough, it was published by Atlas in North America, and Sony in Japan in October of 2009. And then it was published by Namco Bandai and Power Regions in June 2010.
Namco in the bando.
Namco in the bando.
I said Nam.
I actually like that.
That's how they pay those bills.
Namco in the bando. Hey man, look man. Hey, Pac-Man ain't doing it all. They got to get their money up somehow.
Pac-Man, listen, you only smash, bro.
Pac-Man got to keep the Pac-Man. You know what I'm saying, man?
Hey, I hear that.
But yes, Namco. Oh my goodness, I can't speak.
Namco
Bando. That's what I was about to say. You guys got me messed up. But yeah, so it released a solid 10 years ago. The game originally came out a solid 10 years ago. And the game is beautiful, dude. It's weird because it's like graphically beautiful, amazing. And it's like, I told this to J Negative, actually. It's a one by one remake, but it's like exactly how I remember it when I was playing it on PS3. Like, you know how when you're playing a game at the time, it's like peak graphics or whatever. It's like that's the best that they have. So to you, it's beautiful. and then when you like go back and play it
with Tony Hawk.
Yeah, when you go back and play it, it's like, oh, this is what I was working with. That's crazy. Right, yeah. So like
definition.
As I'm playing the game, I'm like, yo, this is everything I remember. This is amazing. Yep. Like I love this game. I can't believe they brought it back. And then hey, thank you, Jesse, for the subscription, the gifted subscription. So I was like, yo, this is crazy. And then I went on YouTube, like, let me see if my memory holds true. And I went on YouTube and I was like, oh my goodness, this looks nothing like what I remember. It looks nothing like what it is today. This is a complete graphical update and remake. It's insane. And I'm just like, it's amazing to me. It's just amazing how you think something is beautiful and you go back and look at it and it's like, yikes. But anyways, the game is amazing. It's beautiful. One thing I will say that's a problem is that like when I say it's a 1-by-1 remake, it's almost like an exact 1-by-1 remake. And with that comes like the same quote unquote issues that was in the original. It was like I was playing, Reese was watching my screen. We was testing out the whole share play aspect. And there was an instance where I went, cause you can do, cinematic kills, which gets when I'm playing, dude. When I was playing through my TV, it was like, okay, boom, whatever, slam, because he like stabs him in the gut, slams him on the ground, boom, hold that. And but when you got the headphones on and you can really hear the ka-cha, boom, and you just hear all the super sound effects, I just want to get out of my seat. I want to break my controller. I don't even know why. I just got hyped.
But that's what you need.
Now you gaming. You gaming.
It was so quality. But he was watching me, and it was a part where like I went for a cinematic kill, and like an enemy that I was not nowhere near snapped to my sword. He like came to my sword, and I was able to one-shot him. Yeah, it was so weird. And,
I know what you're talking about.
He just snapped to my blade.
Software OTK from like 3 squares away from you.
It was like a solid 2 to 3 character models away from me. Like I was nowhere near him.
It was like, oh, that's the sword. Let me just invite myself to it. It was crazy.
It was crazy, and it helped me out because he had full life. So that was an instant kill that I hit him with, and I was able to kill the guy that I was actually fighting afterwards. So that was the problem. Just like a lot of pulling frames, and I don't know. I just feel like I played the original a lot, but I never actually beat it because they came to a point where me and Cody, our good friend Cody, we played it together, and we came across like this, not a hack, but like an exploit. Thank you. Yes, an exploit, a bad exploit. You can spam. The way you level up in this game is by collecting souls. This game, Demon Souls, is the origination of Souls-like. Like when a game is Souls-like, it came from Demon Souls. For everybody that doesn't know out there, because I actually talked to people that didn't know, came before Dark Souls. Dark Souls is the spiritual successor to Demon Souls. Demon Souls came first, and then Dark Souls, and then Dark Souls 2, 3, whatever. Right. Demon Souls came out first.
By From Software. They dev Demon Souls for that company. And I was like, oh no, this is special. And they did it right.
And then they made Dark Souls. So you use souls. So you use your souls to level up. And we found this exploit in the original that just let you spam get souls. I don't remember how it was or what you had to do. It was something within the Nexus, which is like the base area. If you play Destiny, you have like the base. That's what the Nexus is. It's like the base. And you spam souls. You can juice the level up fast, whatever, and make your character OP at the beginning of the game. Once we found that out, I don't like easy games. So like once that happened, I used to play with him a lot, and he spammed it. He was fine with it, and he like became OP and played the game, continued on. I couldn't play the game no more. Once I knew the hack, I was just done with it. It was too easy for me. So I left it. And that makes me worried that since it's a 1-by-1, I know that I already looked it up actually. That exploit is out of this game completely, but it just got me worried that there will be another one. Someone will come across another way to find a way to exploit souls. I'm not going to do it this time around, but I'm just afraid. I'm just fearful that is a potential.
Well, you don't have any intention on exploring that.
No, but like you so in this game is like Death Stranding. And in Death Stranding, you can like leave notes you're always online in this game. Always online. Yep. So you leave notes. Yeah, you can leave notes on the ground for people saying, "Hey, watch out," or use fire, or dodge, make sure you block, whatever the case may be. Hidden secret ahead. You can leave notes, and you can also, I forget exactly what it is, but you can leave like a seal on the ground. And when you activate it, you can summon that person to your party. That's how me and him played together.
They put that in Bloodborne too.
Bloodborne. Oh, I had a brief. Yep. You guys know what happened to my Bloodborne.
Yep.
Let me borrow it. Never saw it again. So
UFC people, man. Let me tell you.
So you can summon somebody else to your world. That's how me and Cody would always play together. So I don't want to have somebody that's crazy OP on my team because he done juke the system. You know what I mean? Like, I may not do it, but if I get teamed up with somebody else, then that's just corny for me too. Like, I don't want to be rolling through people. Like, I want to struggle. Like, that's it. I just want to struggle. And that is what this game is completely. Also, side note, I had no idea this was a PlayStation 3 exclusive, because obviously I never had an Xbox or anything, but it was, and it still is a PlayStation exclusive. That's fire. But no, this game is sensational. If you can get by like all the weird like character graphic frame snapping things,
the PS3 isms.
Yeah, the PS3 isms that happen in this. The game is amazing. It looks beautiful. It looks absolutely astonishing. And like Spider-Man, it does not have the haptic feedback in although I have not used a bow yet, so I do not know if it's within the bow, but
if it takes advantage of
yeah, if it does not, as of right now, it doesn't. But it does have the what is it? Is it, can we call it vibration? Is it just, or the haptic?
Well, yeah. So that's the haptic feedback. The triggers are adaptive.
Oh, that's the adaptive. Okay. So it does not have adaptive triggers as far as I know yet. I have not used a bow, but it does have haptic feedback. I thought was really cool because there's a lot, and when I say a lot, I mean a lot of accidental wall slashing in this game. So when you hit a wall, you can feel it on the right. Well, my character's right-handed, so when I hit a wall with my sword, you can feel it in the controller on the right side. It like it moves a little, whatever. And then the same thing with the shield. When you bang your shield on something, when somebody hits your shield, you feel it. And then when your sword, because I showed Reese this, you can light your sword on fire. And that also activates the haptic feedback in your controller. When somebody shoots a bow and arrow at you, and it hits your shield, it makes a little sound in your controller, which is fire. Like all that, these little touches, which I think
love that stuff. I love that stuff.
Super.
My question is this: I actually have a question to pose for you. Mm-hmm. So this game, in essence, is a HD. It's a 4K remaster. Is it worth $70?
It's basically is it worth $70? Man, I do not want to play $70 for any game. If I'm being honest with you, like I don't know if I would say it's worth $70.
Is it worth the current price of a new game?
Honestly, I think so. I mean, I think so. It has all the features, all the next gen features. Like, in this game came out 10 years ago, so I paid new game, quote unquote, for Final Fantasy VII Remake. Granted, they gave you a whole new battle system.
Right, I was gonna say that's a remake. This is a remaster.
It's not a remaster because you got, like, if you look at the graph, it's a completely graphical update. So that's what a remake is, no? A complete graphical. I mean, remaster is the same graphics. You can just see, now you can see their face. Like Final Fantasy VIII was remastered.
Right.
It had an HD remaster.
4K remaster.
Yeah.
Well, I don't have a 4K TV.
In the title, it's called remastered. It's remastered. It's not a remake.
What, Demon Souls?
Demon Souls.
It's a remake.
They calling it remake?
Yeah. I think it's just called Demon Souls. Actually, it's not even called anything. This is it's a remake.
But you feel it's a remake, not a remaster.
Wait, I feel it's okay. So wait.
No, like I'm asking you.
I think we should clarify. Like, yeah, I think a remake is something that would it's the same game. It's just remade to be updated and current. Like a remaster is essentially just a port with like graphic packs to make it look better than. It's the same graphics, but you can now see it better.
Well, no, because you just said it's a 1-by-1. It's the same exact
it's
game.
It's the same game. Like
only thing different is the graphics.
Yes.
And of course, they added like the rumbles and stuff on the controller. Yeah,
right. And then they also added some door that I didn't get to yet. It's in the third. They added some new part of the map that I don't know about, but yes.
The Final Fantasy 7 R is a completely different thing.
Yeah, no, that's true.
That's a remake.
That's a completely
different. They literally started that thing from ground zero and made it's the same story in essence, minus the whisper is corny.
That's true. That's true.
But this game,
when you type in Demon Souls,
from my understanding, go ahead, Reese.
Demon Souls PS5, it is being referred to as a remake.
Right.
Right. It is. I just looked it up myself, and that's why I was asking him. Did he feel like it was a remake or a remaster?
I do
feel
for
me, just looking at it, it just looks like a remaster to me. It looks like they have the same old game and they brought it over and they pushed it all the way up to 4K for what the PS5 can do, and they moved on.
I feel like it is a remake simply because I have a bunch of remasters, and for me, remasters aren't
right. But those remasters are usually coming from PS1.
Wait, no. I got Killzone remaster because I thought Killzone, which is a PS2 game. Yeah, the original Killzone.
Yeah.
I got the HD remaster. Game. Yeah, and I got the HD remaster.
No HD on that. That's 480p.
It's an HD remaster. Killzone.
That's what I'm saying.
Right.
So this game sounds like a 4K remaster.
Well, I don't even have a 4K TV, so how could I see 4K?
Yeah, that's crazy that you say that. This is so beautiful, and you're only seeing 25.
I know. It's just when you go look at the original game and look at which we got now, it's like it's in a complete update. It's so beautiful. It's a completely. I want to say different game, but it's not different game. It's just completely updated.
It's nice to look at.
It's really nice to look at.
It's nice to look at.
Yes,
because
especially
like the
going
Spider-Man
back.
game, right? It's the same game, but they added the 60 frames with the 4K, so it just looks better. It just looks like butter, like the way he moves across the screen.
Well, you know what? Another thing, you showed us a video of you going into the settings and changing it to do all of that. You guys know I don't go to settings. I went straight to game, so I don't even know if I could have updated anything. I honestly don't know. I did not touch settings whatsoever.
Gotcha.
It's possibly potential to make it look even better. But as from like if anybody is listening right now, you can go look at the original. They completely redesigned like some of the enemies, the main boss.
Yeah.
Like if you go look at the original game and then look at what we are given now, it's like it's not just a remaster. It's granted,
it's a remake.
Yes, it's a remake. It's all the characters.
Well, once you start changing characters, like character models, and like once you start changing assets, it's a remake.
Yeah,
it's a remake.
Before even even the customization has gotten a lot deeper. Like you can change it. Like it's like kind of like MMO style. Like they already had that kind of in the original one, but it's it's even deeper now. What you can change and how much you can change in this one.
That's awesome. That's awesome, man.
It's a lot more customization. It's a lot more graphically beautifully put. Yeah, pleasing. There we go.
It's funny because
it's more graphically inclined. Good.
You were I don't know what you were looking at in the game, but how you compared like the other players, like they completed the game this fast with this.
Oh, I hate that
stuff. I'm like, and yeah, like you were saying, Cap. Like, okay, it must not be that hard. So I looked up Demon Souls speed runs, and obviously I don't think anybody's went through and speed run the 5 version yet. But for the PS3, the current one was 45 minutes, I believe.
They beat the whole game in 45 minutes.
Like, so I watched the first boss that you faced, the
giant demon thing.
Phalanx. Yeah.
Oh, the Phalanx. Yeah.
Phalanx. Yeah, he got to them in 4 minutes.
How? How?
That's all I'm saying. And then I was looking at the game, I'm like, this game looks ugly as hell. Like, y'all enjoy playing this? And then I'm looking at the screen right next to me, which is your screen on my 4K TV. I'm seeing the game in its actual fidelity. I'm like, wow, this is. I'm just double taking. Like, this is crazy how much they rebuilt the game.
Yes, it's a crazy
speed
update.
Runs for Sekiro for 25 minutes, 20 minutes, 23
That's
minutes.
insane.
There are people that love speedrunning Souls games. It's a pastime.
Yeah.
Yes.
I could only imagine, because that game is, the amount of times that I have, there's only one little gripe I have, and it doesn't even make sense. It's not even a real gripe. It's kind of stupid. Is it's actually better for the game, honestly, is that before, when you died, you had to like press X to continue on to get like reborn or whatever. But you would see that you died screen, and now it's when after you die, it flashes up on the screen, you died or whatever, and then you're automatically reborn, which is good. It's actually a good thing. I'm only against it because I can't snap a picture every time. I don't have time to pull my phone out and snap a picture. So I could be like, died again. Oh, hey, look, I died again. Yo, dudes, check this out.
You actually do have time. Just hold the picture button on your controller. Done.
True, that is true. But I done accidentally took a picture on my Switch so many times. Like, I don't know how to access this stuff. I still don't even. We'll get to that. That whole thing. Yeah. Look, man.
Let's go. Yeah.
But to answer your question, like, honestly, I don't want to pay $70 for any game. I don't care what, you know what I mean? What is this, a $60 game?
I was just about to say, do you think if we're going on last gen, do you think
is it a $60 game? Like, if you love it, if you love this type of game, like, I don't know, like, it depends. Like, I don't know. I did it. Like, I was looking for a reason to get it, honestly. Like, I was like,
I know this information.
You know what I mean? So, like, I was just like, I don't know. I can't. So with that, probably not. It's probably not worth 60. Maybe wait till it goes on sale if you ain't all of that tough. I feel like if I can't give you a yes, go buy this game, it's worth it. I personally think it is, like, because I love Demon Souls. I just love that game so much. And like when I was going through and playing it again, it brought back so many memories. And like even Reese, like he was just watching. We was testing the share play, and I was going across a bridge, and a dragon came up, and he was like, "Yo, this game is fire!" Like he got amped. Like, you know what I mean?
All about dragons.
I had Spider-Man on the share play, and he had Demon Souls on the share play. He would go and check on Spider-Man. Oh, Spider-Man's violent. Anyways, let me go back to Demon Souls.
It's crazy. Like
that was funny.
You got to dodge. You know what I'm saying? You attacking. You getting slid on. Like that game. Just the fact that I can play. Like I would have went and bought like, but you know, PS5 don't got what's it called? Not Game Pass. It don't got when you can play old games. What is it called? Backwards compatibility. Like I went and bought Lost Odyssey for my Series X. Like I would have went and bought the original Demon Souls if I could have. Like I just like this game. I just like this type of game, this style of game. So I can't give you
because you love the game itself. The cost doesn't matter.
Nah,
it's worth it. Yeah, it's like I love this. Yeah, right. It's like if they came out with a new Metal Gear 5, like Metal Gear 5 was being redone, blah 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 blah. I'd probably spend the $70 on it just because I love that. But I know in the back of my head, to just a casual, I can't justify a full $70 for a game.
I don't know if I could tell you as a casual player to go out and spend $70 on this. Maybe wait till it goes on sale. If it's not, especially if it's not your style, if it's not your type, if you've never played this type of game, maybe wait till it goes on sale or something.
For the week part.
Oh, these games are not for the week.
There is no. I actually wrote this in my notes, but I didn't feel like I should bring it up. But there is no difficulty meter on this game because the game is what you get. It's difficult, and you will die, and you will die, and you will die. And like I said,
but will you die?
You will die, dude. You will, and you will die. You'll get far because you have to do this all in one run. So you'll get somewhere. You'll get far in, and you'll die, right? And you're like, okay, I just gotta go pick my bag back up. It's no biggie. Or it's souls. I gotta go pick my souls back up. It's no biggie. Let me just get by these minions or whatever. But as soon as I get to that boss, I swear I'm gonna do that boss. And then you get done on the way by some regular boss, but some regular demons that never. Now you just lost 6,000 souls. And it's you'll drive, you'll go insane. You'll go
Watching
insane.
Key struggle to get his 4,300 souls repeatedly. He would get there. Word, I got it. Get slid on. All right, cool. Go back. Oh crap! Almost died away. Cool. Got my souls back. Died right then. He was literally there for like half an hour.
The same spot.
Same
games souls. Are brutal, man.
And he was worried about some dude with a broadsword. I was like, yo, Key, slide on him. Do him MGS style. He's like, nah, he's too strong. Like, yo, this ain't the Key I grew up with. Like, who are you?
Glowing
like,
faces in this game. You can't just run up on somebody with a glowing face. You can't run up on somebody. Okay, fine.
Finish him 2 hits, 2-3 hits. Like, I'm trying to tell you, like, okay.
Like, there's like in Bloodborne, there's a sequence where you get past like the very beginning. And you're like loose and you can just go run free. There's a sequence of enemies. I have the sequence of enemies memorized in my head right now because of the amount of times I died at the beginning, bro, at the beginning of the game. So then, all right, cool. You get past those enemies. Cool. But that's the thing about Souls games. When you get past the set of enemies that's been giving you grief, you don't know what's around the next corner.
Nah, you don't know what's on
now it's like you turn the corner, now there's a raven or a demon or a dragon. You just don't know. Then you die. So you're like, okay, bet. Let me get through this part again. And that way I can explore. That part's still hard. Like it doesn't get easier because you know it. Like,
and it's all repetition. Yeah. You get up to a certain point, it's like, all right, that he's there, he's around that corner, and be careful around corners. Because they will just hop out, and they'll just do you. They'll just hop out and do you right around the corner. Like, you have to be so careful. You have to be on your P's and Q's at all times. And it's repetition and repetition and repetition. Mm-hmm. Just keep on. And then, like B said, like once you get past that part, you kept on dying. That it's more unknown. So now you just gotta be cool. You gotta be slide. You gotta be on your P's and Q's.
You gotta be. This is the game.
Now you get
that you want.
Because the last one I played was Sekiro.
Like now you're getting far. Like now you're deep in. Now if you die here, you got to start all the way at the beginning, and you got nothing. And if you die on your way, whatever you had when you died originally is gone. So it's just like, yo, please, you like if you was to hear me play, Reese will hear me say this a lot. I'll be fighting or whatever, and I'll be doing good, whatever. I'm chilling, and then when they start doing me, I'm like, oh no, please. I'll get scared. I'm like, yo,
man,
chill.
Hours so fast.
I'll be like,
it's crazy.
Please.
Because like you don't want to have to go back.
It's tough.
But there's checkpoints in that game, though. No,
there's what?
Checkpoints?
Like there's checkpoints eventually, or do you always have to start back at the beginning? No, I don't remember.
There's kind of checkpoints. Like there's every time you beat a boss. Like now that I beat the first boss, Phalanx or whatever, now I can start from where I beat the boss at and move forward to from there. So it's not really checkpoints, but kind of is whatever.
Yeah, like when you beat a boss, that's you at.
That's the new starting point. Yeah,
checkpoint.
Right, but
there's not like continual ones. Absolutely not.
No.
You don't get that.
Nah,
you don't get that.
The game is amazing, man. Like I don't know. I honestly would love for everybody to be playing it because I want to squad up with people and ride out. I don't think Cody's getting it because he beat the game. He's super powered up and beat the game. So
don't want to go back to the original struggle, especially since that exploit isn't available anymore.
Yeah, he's not feeling it. But I don't know.
I can dig it.
I love that game. I can play that game for a solid amount of hours.
Yeah, I'm gonna thrash this Spider-Man, dude. By Monday I'll be done. Done. Like
wow.
Before that, like I'm gonna play it. I'm gonna continuously play it so I can beat it, so I can really see how long it takes me to beat it.
Another really cool thing about this Demon Souls, well, not about this one, about Demon Souls in general, is that you can look at there's these blood stains that's on the ground. And you can look at when you touch it, you can see how whoever had died there died. And so it's like you don't really know because you don't know what he's dealing with. So sometimes you'll see him rolling around, and it's just like you can see him like actually he reacts like, he got stabbed, and then he just drops to the floor. He's like, all right, dude, there's some danger, there's somebody crazy
thing.
over
Whatever
here.
happened to that person cannot happen.
Right. Yeah, it's freaky just seeing them like get, like, what
you see them
him?
trying,
and then they just slump. I'm like, oh no.
Yeah, you see them trying and trying. And
tough, bro.
I showed them one where I was on this it's like some stairs up, but it's on the side of a cliff.
It was like one of those ghosts when you can get on the trees, like one of those broken wooden stairways going upward.
Yeah, on some
like
broken stairways up. So we checked the bloodstain, and he's walking up the step. I don't know what homie was thinking, honestly. I don't know, but he was walking up. Oh, he was fighting something. That's what it was. He was walking up the steps. He was fighting, and he attacked homie, and he attacked homie a little too hard, and he went to the edge of the cliff, and he was just he just fell off the cliff, and that's it. Be careful.
Like, you gotta know that though. Like that's a soul's lesson. You gotta watch your footing, bro.
Be careful.
This game, there's no like invisible wall to stop you from falling.
Nah.
You slash off, that's your business, bro. See you at the starting line. You gotta get back to that spot to get your gear.
I was in the middle of fighting some dudes on a giant like spiral stairway. I'm just trying to survive. I'm just trying to roll out the way. I roll off the stairwell. Now I'm dead. Now I gotta go back, hopefully get my souls, and don't like these. I'm getting jumped, so I gotta go to the same area where I'm getting jumped. Pick my souls up. Try not to die in the process, bro. Man, I love that game,
dude. Hold on. When you get back to where you died, right? When you finally get back, but there's enemies around. What's the first thing you do? Like, what are you trying to do in the battle?
Get them souls.
Get the stuff back.
Get my soul. Yeah.
Some people be trying to fight them, then get their stuff.
Because if you die, your soul's right in front of you.
No. Boy. The first thing you do, I don't care if there's 500 enemies breathing down your neck, staring at you in the grill.
Yeah.
Roll, block, use an item. You know what I'm saying? Heal. Pick up your souls. Then do what you got to do, bro. Live your life.
Then get back to the business. Because if you die,
that's it. That's the last time you'll ever see them souls.
Uninstall. I'm telling you right now.
That's it.
You say vote to uninstall?
You will want to. In those moments, really test the courage you got right there. Those moments right there. The courage you tested.
Listen, I was 1,000 souls. I got an attitude. I'm not uninstall. And Keys over talk about most souls ever collected 400K, 600K.
Bro, it was crazy number. I was just looking like, yo, cap, gotta be cap. But speaking of uninstalled, bro. Matter of fact, go ahead, Reese, because I gotta tell you something I did, and I was just so mad.
Yeah, we'll get into that. So I was secretly hating on y'all for the past few days because y'all got your P files before I did. Mine was just slowly finding its way across the country until this morning. I'm actually glad that y'all hear that echo.
No. Go ahead.
Right. Never mind. I thought because FedEx, they like to deliver our packages very late in the day. I'm thinking, oh crap, it's gonna get like 5 o'clock. I got to just bust it open, rush, doing some other stuff. Got it really early in the morning. I was very excited. Showed it off to y'all. Got it set up, and the thing's huge. I thought y'all were exaggerating, blowing out of proportion, things like that. Let me know if that echo stops. By the way, sorry about that. I had to essentially reorganize my entertainment center, with my faux entertainment center. I had to move the PS3, make sure it gets all this air because you don't want it to overheat. You just got the thing, and I got it set up. I only transferred a couple games over. The PS5 ready one, so I got FIFA on there. I downloaded Bug Snacks because that's a very important game to get on your console.
Yeah. Sorry,
and in the process of doing that, I'm like, you know what? There's nothing really on the console right now. So let me test the actual console itself. Because all we've been doing right now is reading, hearing secondhand from reviews and all the other stuff. I finally got it in my hands. Let me see what it's about. Basics, like I said, the basic setup very fast. I transferred all my stuff in like 5 minutes.
That was an easy. I used the cloud when I did mine, and that was a very simple and easy download. It was fast. It was smooth.
I kind of wish you had a previous gen Xbox to see if that like what the equivalent was for that to the Series X, if there even was an option for that. But that's neither here nor there.
I transferred my applications over with the hard drive.
I'm actually,
you know what's funny?
I'm looking for mine. I can't find it.
All three of us did ours differently. He did the PlayStation transfer. That's what he did.
Oh,
and
nice.
I did the cloud transfer. And you
the
did
PlayStation is actually really cool. So you have them both on LAN to your router, whatever, and on your PS5 it says press the power button on your PS4 for 1 second until it beeps. I'm like, what is that? What is that about? It's gonna turn it off. Whatever. Pressed it. I switched the input back to my PS4. Keep in mind, I just had it on. I didn't do anything to it. And then it sensed that the PS5 was trying to obtain the data from it, and it did it all automatically.
That's sick.
That's probably what that last firmware was.
Yeah. So they did it out like Apple. Like, oh, you just put the phones next to each other. It's like, oh, this is the phone you're transferring to. You just did that. Really cool. So that was nice and easy. Did all my network stuff.
Wait,
and you know me.
Are you using extended storage or everything's on your hard drive?
I'm looking for my 5 terabyte drive now to do what you did to transfer the games over and see if I run into that same issue.
I don't want nothing PS4 on my hard drive. Go.
Yeah, because go ahead, kid.
No, I was just saying I got to do the same thing. Like I transferred everything's in my cloud right now. I haven't played a PS4 game to save, but I got to transfer that from my cloud onto my 5 terabyte hard drive when I do that.
Yeah,
just
so
PS4
the games.
stuff.
The PS4 games I have are on the actual PS5 hard drive, and they do load slightly faster. They're obviously not optimized for the console, but I do notice the time difference. Once I do find my external drive, I'll get those off of there because we're a little tight on space right now for various reasons that we won't get into.
Dude, my Twitter is blowing up. People on my Twitter are like, "Yo, what's up with I need some more space." Like I put like 4 PS4 games on my joint, and that's it. I ain't got no more space.
I dare you to install Modern Warfare on yours.
We told you ahead of time. Get you an external of some level.
We told y'all months in advance.
Told you.
Oh, dude, yeah, we bought that 5 terabyte in like when do we start the show? In like
May.
Yeah, we bought that within the first, probably the second or third episode. Like, yo,
again, neither here nor there. I'm installing my games. That's one of the first things I'll talk about. This system finally takes advantage of your network bandwidth. I don't know what they were thinking with the PS3, with the PS4, trying to make everyone nice and equal with how fast they download games because, some of us have better connections than others, but some of us have faster connections, whatever. That's not my problem. I paid for 1,000 down. I want to utilize all of it.
Yep.
One of the games that I downloaded, I'm just looking at right, No Man's Sky. There's a PS4 to PS5 upgrade. The base game is 11.5 gigs. Downloaded that in 3 minutes.
Nice. Because you got to use your internet.
Because I got to use the full power of my internet. With the PS4, it's typically a gig a minute. So, I mean, it's not that great.
They cap on the PS4, it caps you out on how much space you can use.
It caps you on your network speed from Sony's side.
Oh,
so
wow.
You have no control over the PS4 server is offering you at most, I'll just put a number out there, 100 megabits up. So even if you have 1,000 down, you can only utilize 100 of them.
For the original PS4, I think it's only 5 up.
5?
No, from Sony servers. So Sony is offering 100. These are figurative numbers, by the way.
Right.
It's only offering you 100 megabits up. So that is the max that you on your system can download to is 100 down.
Gotcha.
I don't think there's any limitations because I was downloading at 640 megs down.
Sheesh.
So these giant games, they were downloaded in a second.
That's
essentially.
Awesome.
And I didn't see any of that copying mechanism, so it wasn't a download and copy. The download was the copy. So when I installed No Man's Sky, it was done.
Oh, that reminds me. Thank you for reminding me. Wait, I just have to tell the people really quick because I feel like everybody needs to know this. I mean, you're going to see this when you get your 5 or as you're or installing your whatever you're customizing, configuring your 5, is that there's a section that says how you want to like optimize your PlayStation.
Very important. Yep. Go ahead.
Very important.
Yeah. So there's a section and it says do you want to, it's called the optimized experience, and with this it always applies the latest updates, and it says be sure to save your game as it could close during an update. So now this optimized experience is the best you can have, is the best setup to have, but you don't want that. You don't want it to be updating. It auto updates, so you don't want it to be updating while you're in the middle of a game. Like you could run to the store, or you could like use the bathroom. You're cooking some food. I don't know. Anything can happen, and you just pause the game, and it shuts you. It just shuts off the game and updates it for you. Like absolutely not. There's
bro.
Yeah, that's so whack. I can't believe.
So we had a conversation about this. So like this whole piece is just how we feel about next gens and things that we're noticing, right? So with the PS4, a lot of you guys know if you have the auto updates active, it'll just start the download. It'll start a download. So let's say you're playing a game, you're online, obviously you have to be. So that way it starts to download. But let's say you're just playing a solo game like Spider-Man. It'll start the download in the background. And then when it's done, it's just done. Then when you close the app, it'll install. That's it. For whatever reason, with the PS5, it doesn't do that unless you tell it to do that. It'll crash your game. It's insane. Why would you ever do that?
It just shuts you out.
What? Stupid.
And it literally tells you this is okay. So it says
So auto install in rest mode. If the game, because I'm on remote play on my thing right now, just so I can see like the actual text. If the game or app that will be updated is in use, it will close to allow the update files to be installed.
There it goes. The rest of it is awesome. It turns on remotely when you connect using PlayStation app or remote play. Charges your controller after entering rest mode, but it consumes more power. It
consumes more power in rest mode now?
It'll consume more power if you enable that option.
Having the optimized experience.
Because because PS4 does that now. Okay.
Yeah. Having the optimized experience consumes more power. But there's a workaround. There's a customized experience option. So you can have all that stuff on, keep it all on, and then there's a section where it says download. You should. What'd you say?
No, like you should have everything on except
right.
Auto install in rest mode.
Right. So you want auto download update, but turn off. You want auto download update on, but turn off auto install. And there's two of them. I forget what the second one is for, but you want to turn off both auto installs and keep on both auto downloads, and that way the update will download by itself, and then at your leisure, whenever, make sure you go in and manually download after you save your game or close your game, whatever. You manually go in
and do the install
the update yourself, because I
don't know, man. Like, so it's next gen, right? We're supposed to be going away from that. Like with my PS4, I never had to deal with that. Never.
Me either.
Never, ever, ever. It would just do the download in the background, and it'd be good to go. And then when you put it in rest mode, it does the install by itself. Or if you change applications, it does the install by itself. Why do I have to manually do that now? Yeah. Why? That's so trash. That's a step backwards, not forward.
Yeah, I don't know. I saw that. That was a red flag to me immediately. I was like, whoa, what?
What did you break? Like, what did you do? Like, what part of the process did you mess up? Like, I don't get it.
I've been from when y'all first started to think about this. I'm like, you know what? It's kind of a valid point. And I was just thinking of reasons like what would cause, what incompatibility or code change or whatever could have caused this to be so sensitive now. Because you don't really want to. Okay, hold on. Hydrate. You're right. You don't really want to update things while they're in use, yes, but you don't want to have to. I don't know. It was a silly change.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense.
It was a very silly change.
That's a bad change.
But I think it's something
all that are minuscule. That's like trash, but whatever. That right there for people who don't know, who don't understand that jargon, they're just gonna play their game and this stuff's gonna crash and they're gonna go on Twitter and be heated.
They're gonna be like, oh, optimized experience. Optimized experience. All right, dope. I'm gonna use optimized experience. Cool. I'm playing my game. Cool, sick. Oh snap! I gotta go flip my eggs. Let me flip my eggs. Come back. Boom. Game off. Like, whoa. Bro, what?
Worse than flipping your eggs. I'm mid battle. Final Fantasy VII Remake. Mid battle. Boom. Boom.
Oh yeah.
Install. Update.
Oh, gotta install. What is this? PC? Like, is this what? What is this? Windows XP?
Might snap it.
We might have to give B another DualSense because it might happen.
Yeah, no, I just thought that was really wild. But anyways, yeah, I'm sorry.
I didn't even know what my original point was, but whatever. That's a pretty bad change.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I got my tool. I'm actually using my DualSense cooked up because it's not compatible with Windows 10 wirelessly over remote play just yet.
Yeah, I mean, so for me the OS is so confusing. It's such a
I'm looking through it right now to like go through to touch on like the new cool things that they did.
Like the PS4 OS is like different but reminiscent of the PS3 OS, and I feel like this one is just complete. Like they just changed and moved everything everywhere around, and it just gets for me so confusing. Like
there are definitely some things that they should have put in other places, but just like
my
how
experience with it hasn't been that way. It's been pretty. I don't know. But I had it for extra day. Maybe that's the difference. But
I have been on my Xbox more. I have been on my Xbox more.
Well, yeah, there you go. It's pretty easy. It's like they flip the PS button now. So instead of holding it,
I hate it.
I hate the PS button. The PS button.
You hold it to go all the way home. You tap it to get the short menu, and the short menu now is just a quick overlay over the screen.
I like that, but
you have access to pretty much the entire console right there. On
PS button is trash, bro. Like you used to be able to hold the PS button, and I can shut my console off. Simple, just like that.
Yeah,
but now you tap.
Now you tap it, and I gotta go down, and I gotta go to the what do you call it? The power little symbol like on the right. Yeah, you can't just.
Or you hold it and then you scroll down and turn it off. When you hold the press button, the short menu comes up.
Yep, you have to scroll down.
You have to scroll all the way
press
down.
X.
For real?
Again. Yeah.
Now you tap it once, you scroll all the way
once, go to the right, off.
Same thing.
Oh, okay,
it's essentially the same set of steps. But
it's actually less time you're going to hold it. It's like a half a second less.
Okay.
Because I wasn't paying attention a little earlier when I was trying to put my PS4 in rest mode. I didn't know how. So like,
I had to show him how to put it in rest mode. Yeah,
I got the console.
Another thing you can't do is that you can't go and see who's in a party, who's like before you can see with the voice.
Yes, you can.
Yes, you can.
So
I'm looking at it right now.
Wait, Reese, hold on. Don't talk like you knew this the whole time, because me and you was looking for it, and we was like,
go.
Hold on. Be really quick. Hold on. Because me and Reese was on headset earlier looking for this, and he was like, "Oh, that's crazy. You just got to go in each party and see who's on voice chat." So go ahead and
no. First of all,
this is what you told me. This is what you told me, Reese. We was on headset together.
Go ahead, B.
So no, I want
to. Okay, go ahead, B. Go ahead.
Go to Game Base.
Yeah.
So the Game Base is now the social, the party. It's called Game Base now. They changed the name of it. Mm-hmm. It's called Game Base. So you click on Game Base, it shows you all the groups you're in. Yeah. But when you highlight a group, it shows you the pictures of the people who are in voice chat. So you can click it to just go into the thing, or you can click it to join the voice chat. And there's little symbols of who's in there. So that's why earlier I knew you guys were both in, so I hopped in.
Oh, I didn't see that.
Yep.
Or maybe it's because there was no voice chats. Maybe there's no, because I'm used to there being, you can go to the voice chat section and see, are there any voice parties?
Yeah, it lists all parties.
Yeah, I like that. I like that a lot better. But I mean, then again, I didn't even notice what you're talking about right now either.
Yeah. So like in the Game Base, it shows you everyone, like all the groups you're in, and then in those groups, who's in the voice chat for that group.
Oh, okay. Wow. And I just found something else out that we were confused about, kid. So I'll get into that. So I might as well just talk about it now. Yeah. So on the main screen, wow, 3TV Key, your friend just came online. on the, let's say, the main home screen where you have your games listed at the top. On the PS4 version, you could easily tell which game you were in. It would be the game, and it would have the little spinning circle underneath it.
Oh yeah,
That isn't on the main screen anymore. So what you do is you tap the PS button to get the bottom screen. The first icon is home. The next icon is called Switcher, and it'll show you active in the game you're playing, and then recent, which are the last 2 or X games that you're
That's a little trash because you got to go.
It's an extra step.
Yeah. But because when you just tap the PS button, it tells you what you're playing. It's the first thing.
That's what we know. We noticed that. We noticed that. Yeah. But also, we also noticed that when you go click another game, it just goes to the game.
It's not like, right into
we got to close this game, and you show
there's no confirmation. This is like, you trying to play? Let's go.
It's automatically, it just goes to the next game. It's just like, that game's done.
Imagine doing a ranked siege match. You're like, let me see who clicked by accident. No.
Yeah, accidental click. That's it.
Now you got a sanction. You got a 30-minute ban. Like,
or because you misclicked. That's your business.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Also, for those who are listening, if you have any PS4 related questions, we can try to answer those to the best of your ability and so on and so forth. If
you guys have any questions about the Xbox Series X or the PS5, if you don't have them, just hit us up on Twitter, on Instagram. You can go watch socials.
The setup for the PS5 was very cool. They're not trying to. They're actually doing a really good job of implementing the new PS app that they pushed to us. The article, I wrote an article for that on our website. If you check that out, it does it Discord style. So if you're trying to log into a Discord server, it's like, just scan this QR code in the app. So what you do is you go on the PS app.
Oh, that was money.
Put the QR code around your TV, hold your phone up, you signed in. It does the same thing for certain activities also. So I think if you're going into the store, you want to log in. Same thing.
I mentioned that when we was on headset, but I didn't say how it happened because I wanted you guys to experience it. I was like, cool, how you log into that? And I
said that. I'm like, what is he talking about?
I wanted y'all to experience that on your own. I thought that was really
was cool.
I thought that was awesome. You know what I didn't think was cool? Getting played by what is this app called? Switcher. Yo, let me tell you. So I raged in Discord a little bit, and then I deleted it because I was like, let me say this on air. Because
let's go.
I was playing Demon Souls and going ham, right? And then I'm telling you, for me, I can't vibe with this menu. I don't like it yet. I just don't. I can't vibe with it. But I guess I just need more time with it. So I'm like, these dudes must have missed it. There's this switcher button right here. This is probably their quick resume. So I clicked it. I clicked it and I was like, all right, what's the next game I have to go to? I forget what game I went to. But I went to Spelunky. I went to the other game. And I was like, bet, cool. Went to the other game. I'm like, all right, this is their thing. Cool. So I went to go back to Demon Souls. And it was like, bro.
Load up. Bro. Come on, not home screen.
It had to load the entire game. I was like, yo, oh my, do I really have to start the game? I never saved or anything. I'm like, I was heated.
Bro, like, what's all the RAM for if we can't even suspend games? Like, what's the RAM?
I want to know, what is the point of this switcher thing? If I can just go to, back to this screen and all my games up. Yeah, if I can just go back to the home and put in, like, the games are all right here. They're all in this top bar right here. So what is the point of pressing?
So I see
on the top bar. I'll get into that. I'm gonna get into my
touch on yours.
But I just want to know, what is the point of this? If this switcher thing
just go ahead and do that. Just go ahead.
If this
finish his rant, he's ranting right now.
If this switcher thing isn't your answer to quick resume, what is the point? Why are you here? Why are you here?
Your most recent games are like the last couple games you've been playing is right there. I can just hold the PS button and go.
I can go right here. They're all literally in the same bar, right next to each other. Like, I don't get it.
It's stupid. Switcher is stupid.
Now let me tell you, Switcher is also an Xbox feature. I have an Xbox, so I feel like I should talk a little bit about how I feel about the Xbox. But the switcher, quote unquote switcher, is an Xbox feature. It's not called switcher. It's just as soon as you press the Xbox button, like, all that stuff just pops up in the side here. And But their switcher is quick resume. Like that is it.
Up to 6 titles, right?
Yeah, it's so it depends. If you're playing older games, it depends how much memory the game takes. So if you're playing,
perfect. The RAM matters. They put RAM in these things for a reason, but PlayStation's like, you don't get to use it all like that.
So newer games like this gen of games, it can hold 3. But the older games, it holds less, so you can hold 6. So kind of if you're playing with it, if you have one.
Right.
But the thing about that is the older games, it's like on their Sony like Ubisoft type, like 95% of the games have quick resume. Yeah. But they did say they are working towards making all games quick resume. They're working towards making 100%.
And them I trust because you heard what Ubisoft said.
So
Ubisoft was like, Microsoft plays all of our games perfectly fine, but Sony, I don't know what this list is, bro. But I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, because I did try it and I got salted because I was playing Lost Odyssey and then I went to Gears. And then I went back to Lost Odyssey, and it hit me with the load screen, and I was like, "Yo,
Lost Odyssey doesn't have it." That's probably why it's not on the Game Pass yet.
Yeah. So I had to get it from the games from this Microsoft, whatever the Xbox store, whatever it's called. But yeah, so it's not.
I bet you it's on Minecraft.
they said it's definitely on their most popular games. Like it's gonna be there. But like 95% of the games.
But the fact that it's RAM based tells me everything I need to know. So I could be playing the newest Gears and then like 3 to 4 like small indie games. Just run it
and you're fine.
You never have to worry about it. Just switch between them seamlessly. Good to go.
Yeah.
PS5 don't got that. And the thing about the PS5 that pisses me off the most so far, right? Is the location of your games. So for you guys, you guys didn't do the thing that I did with the extended storage yet. You guys haven't done that yet. Mm-hmm. So all of my PS4 games are on my external, right? Okay. So when you hold the PS button, it takes you to the home screen. Mm-hmm. Until you start a game, they're not in that list. They're not in the switcher and they're not on that home list until you start it, or unless you download it onto the PS5 hard drive. All of your games on the PS5 hard drive.
Okay, yeah. That makes sense. Yeah.
Right. Now, so if you go to your game library.
Hold on, let me do that right now.
No, go for it.
Go to your game library. Mm-hmm. Do it live. This is fantastic.
Go to your library. Yep.
I did this actually. I hate it.
Yep. And now there's no secondary menu, right? It's just on the top of the screen it says
your collection.
Game library. And right beneath it, it's your games, right?
Yep, 414 of them. Yep.
Right, yep. Now press down or X.
Yep.
Now what happens?
So down. So it led me to Gauntlet, which isn't installed on my
No. I got it. So basically, So when you go, you scroll over and you go to Game Library, and the only thing you see underneath your Game Library, obviously, is your Game Library.
It's your entire game library.
So when you click down. When you click down, you go to the first game in your game library. But when you look above it, now you have options.
There's a secondary menu.
There's a secondary menu that pops up. You have your collection, installed, PlayStation Plus, and PlayStation Now. So now you have to press up again to get to...
And then to the right to go to installed. That's the way to see... it's garbage. Huh?
No, I'm just doing it right now. So I hit Game Library, press X...
Now, do you see the secondary?
It took me right. Yeah, I see that, but it took me immediately to the games below where you said I gotta press up to go right. Taking me to the sub menu.
2, giving me the option to go to installed first, because on mine, all my PS4 games are on the external. The only way to see them is to go to the installed list. So I have to go to Game Library, press down, press up, press right, and then scroll all the way down to my PS5.
My man got to do a Konami password.
All the way down to my PS4.
You got to press down? I don't have to press down. I just press
down or X. It doesn't matter.
No,
down
Reese,
or X.
Reese, you have to press. You have to press down before the sub menu comes up. That's his issue.
The sub menu will not show itself unless you press down or X.
So you have to press down to get to the first title. And then the submenu pops up, and then you can press up.
Your collection installed, blah blah blah.
The problem is that you have to do an action before you get your submenu. Like you have to go.
Well,
Right.
yeah, that's it telling like it's an icon on the list of games that are up top, right? So you have to press X to go into any of those apps, right?
What app are you talking about?
He's not getting it.
No, he's
We're not even
not.
talking about the apps. This is
Oh,
just the UI.
I
When you
know.
hold the
I'm on the
PS4, it
front.
takes you
I'm
to
on a
home.
very. Oh, I wish I could put this on the screen right
No, no,
now,
no.
but
It's hold on. It takes you to the home screen, right? When you
I'm
hold
on
the
the home
PS.
screen right now.
Okay, then
PlayStation
you slide all
Store,
the way right.
Explore, all my games.
Go to
Game
game
library is
library.
all the way to the right.
Click
What
game
I'm
Now,
saying
library.
is
now,
because it is on this list,
yep.
anything on this list, you would need to press X to execute, right?
To get into.
Right.
Right.
That's terrible. That's horrible because I have to press X to go into it, then go back up, then press right to get to installed, then scroll all the way down to get to my PS4 games. That's trash, bro.
He's saying the
The
extra
only way to get
steps.
my PS4 games straight through would be to click it and then sift through 400 games to find the ones that I have installed. Or
Yo,
press
B.
up, go to the right, scroll all the way down to get to them.
I just found the solution.
What's the solution?
LNR automatically switches your pages for you.
Where are you doing this at?
When you go, so you go to game library, you click it, and you press R. Oh, and it stays. You go to the
Oh,
game library, you click it, and you press
It
R.
doesn't say when you leave all the way out. If you go all the way out, it's not going to stay.
Hmm?
uh, yeah. If you go all the,
Yep. And I'm
if
getting
you
to
go
that.
all the way out,
If you go
it. So if
all
you
the way
press
out.
circle, where you're back on the list, and then go left, right. Yeah, it doesn't stay. If you
No,
only
It
press
yeah,
doesn't
circle
stay.
once,
because
it'll
yeah,
stay.
And then if you so now the games are out of order. They're in some random order. So
Yep, they show
if
the
you
hell
sort
this
them in ABC or size or whatever, they only
sort by
stay as long as you stay
ABC.
in that menu. If you go all the way out and go back, they're out of order again. For me, that is garbage. That is you just in the
Mm,
PS4, you just
mm-mm.
had
It stayed in order for me.
bro, go load a game and then go back. It's not going to be there. Again, I tried it 10 times last night.
Hold on,
It's
completely
not going to
out.
be there.
Game library
It's not going to be
R1.
there.
Oh my.
Yeah, trash. Anyway, moving
That
on.
that
You
would.
just had in your PS4, you could organize all of your games. You can put
Yeah,
them in
I was gonna
folders,
say
all this wonderful
that
stuff. I kept all my
is.
stuff super organized.
Mm-hmm.
RPGs, action adventure, puzzlers, platformers. I kept them all organized. Can't do that with this machine.
I
Backwards
mean,
or
not
back.
to because I already know what the argument's gonna be. Like, because when we first had PS4, there weren't the folders, and then when I
Yes.
came over, we got the folders. Word, I got it. I'm not organized too. I'm on solo squad. Those are my two folders.
Yeah.
So coming over to this and having to, because I want my consoles like I like my desktops on my computer. I don't have any icons on my desktop.
Me neither.
Well, I'm forced to have icons on the home screen of PS5. Fine. At least let me organize them in the manner that I desire.
Let me
Yeah.
organize them.
This game
Bro, I
library,
should
this
have
game
to.
library behavior. Wow, I can't talk right now. Is quite unfortunate.
Bro, it's bad.
It's unfortunate.
That's bad.
They could
That's
definitely,
really bad.
but this
And
is
like
the.
the thing about it is, for me, is we're talking about next gen. We're talking about these consoles are supposed to be the future. These consoles are supposed to be it. So you shouldn't not have things that your predecessor already had. It should be building upon the things that it already had. Not dude, this console so far for me, the PS5, is the DualSense. That's the only difference between the two consoles for me so far. Is like that's the main thing is the controller. If you don't have this controller, right? What are the differences between the consoles? Really?
This whack UI, because I hate it. I hate it. I don't care. I hate it. I don't care. That I don't like it.
Like I don't mind the UI because like it's pretty much the same. Like I figured it out in like a day or two. Like it's pretty much the same. It's just
give me more time with it.
Yeah, I need more time.
Backwards.
I'm lost.
But
I'm
man,
lost.
I'm lost.
not, dude. This feels like the PS4. No, it feels like the PS 4.5. It doesn't feel like a PS5. No cap. Like yes, the hardware inside is better. It's more powerful. It can eventually broadcast in 8K. But how far away is 8K? Like
To be honest, I don't even think that this console generation is going to fully utilize it.
I don't think so either. Like,
wait, they all say 8K on the box and everything. What do you mean? They're not 8K?
It's a selling point.
I dare you, go on any retailer site and look up the cheapest 8K TV right now. It'll probably be like a 20-inch for like $7,000.
But what does that have to do with the console, though?
What's the point of being able to push out 8K if nobody's going to be able to see it, if you're not going to be able to experience it?
So is this you telling me that the console isn't capable of doing 8K at the moment, but that's a planned feature?
No, it's not the console. It's the output, the device that is outputting to. It is not capable of producing 8K. So what is the point of the console outputting a signal that you're not going to fully appreciate?
The console
the consoles both state that they can do that, yeah.
So then I don't know what the argument here is. If it can't push out 8K, then
I'm fine with it.
It's pushing out 8K.
It's good to have. If 8K does come sooner than we're anticipating, cool. We might get to realize it.
We might get to use it.
In the way that things are right now.
Oh, so you're saying nobody can prove that it actually has 8K?
Yeah.
Nobody can prove it yet because there's no content.
There's no 8K. You got a band to get 8K anything right now.
Yeah, okay. like the only way you get 8K anything is if you're getting it right from the studio that's making your movie. Like shot in 8K, 8K cameras which cost like $30,000 a camera. It's insane.
Gotcha.
The last couple things, but go. I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, dude. Let's just drive this thing home.
Another couple. I know Key wants to talk about the Xbox, and he's the only one with it right now. So give him a little time. The last thing that I was spazzing out about to Key, because I'm pretty sure he was interested in about that. But before that, anything you do on the console, like if something's downloaded, updated, you receive anything, it mirrors onto your phone if you have the PS app. So if you download the app and then you walk to the store real quick, oh snap, the game updated. Done.
The app is crispy.
I like that. That's
the app
is it is so much better than what it used to be.
The integration of the app with the console is crispy. It's fire. It's fire.
They're finally addressing.
I was in the bathroom and I'm looking and it's like, oh, your Spider-Man is done. You click it, you can start the game right from your phone. So when you go sit, when you go back, you're ready to go.
Excuse me.
App is crispy.
Man, and one of my primary gripes, I keep saying this, and I just can't believe that's finally a thing now. I want my friends, or I'll be at work or something on my way home, and everybody's online. They're like, can't even talk to my friends. Now you can on your phone. Finally, after
I like that too.
20 years, it's just amazing to have.
You can hop into the PSN no matter where you are.
Man, the last thing, and I noticed this not even that long ago. I mentioned No Man's Sky a little earlier. That was one of the games that I did my download speed test on because it's a larger game. I don't know if this is going to be a future thing because it's the only instance that I came across it. But some of these apps they appear to have mobile phone tendencies. What I mean by that is, when you first load a brand new app on your phone, what is one of the first things it asks you? Would you like to receive notifications from us?
The data, right? Like it's the notifications and then your location data.
Yeah. Like so the notifications, like, oh, do you want to receive notifications from this app when this, that, and the other? No Man's the first screen that you see. Do you want to get updates from this game, like for updates and any other particular news, like events and all that other stuff?
That's cool.
So now they're taking mobile phone aspects. It's like, okay, I do like this game. I want it to be updated for anything. Oh, if there's a tournament, I'd like to know that. It could put it right to your notifications menu on your PS5 and to your phone through the PS5. That's cool.
I see that happening.
So the PS4 had that to some degree. So
yeah, it wasn't really fleshed out.
I played the Street Fighter tournaments and like I get the update. I get the pings on the PS4 and on that horrible app. Like I would get them. But now it's way better, way crispy.
This app,
that app used to be Bossita, but I see that being like a thing in the future for more games to come, like more games doing that. Like, do you want, especially like if there's like Call of Duty tournaments, like do you want to get notified of a Call of Duty tournament
or if it's a big MMO, like
14, definitely,
or Raid or something like that. Like you want to know, like that's really cool. Like you can invest into the game, like you get the updates, you know about it. You stay in the know for your games. It's fire.
The save data in the game app settings is actually another very good area for me that I got to finally live another wish of mine. What's it called? It's called game presets, which is something that you could specify during your initial PS5 setup. So my game presets right now, the options you have are difficulty. I have mine set to hard. The highest you can go to is hardest. So it's game default, easiest, easy, normal, hard, hardest, because you know how games name their difficulties differently. Performance or resolution mode. So you can either prioritize performance or image quality. If you got that 4K TV and you want to see it in all its glory, you do image quality.
It's got a lot of preset
things. If you care about frame rates and things like that, you do performance.
Yeah, that's dope.
Nice and simple.
I saw that. That's super dope.
Yeah.
First person and third person view.
That's a thing in Spider-Man. In the options, it asks you fidelity or performance.
It's finally a console thing now, so I can just flip the switch.
Yeah.
Yep.
First person and third person, I can invert Y off rip. So when I started Bugsnax, and I got I had my little camera with the little haptic feedback. Yo, I was getting mad. I wanted to say this earlier, actually. I was getting mad playing Bugsnax. So I'm like, all right, yo, you take the picture, then you snap a picture. All right, cool. I'm pressing R2. I'm like, yo, what's going on with my R2? Wasn't it? So I forced it down. I was getting mad. Like, what is this? Oh, I'm using a camera.
Yeah. Haptic feedback.
It wants the shutter click.
Right. It's really cool. Haptic feedback is really cool. I could not understand it or grasp like what they were spazzing about or talking about. And until I finally so if you use a camera, then you like pushing a button, it snaps for you. It it's got some tension.
Hold down the focus,
and then it finally clicks. Yeah, you can. It has tension until it clicks. So that's what they did for the controller. Like you had to scan something, and it worked like a camera. So like on the R2 trigger, it clicked. It had you can push it, and then it had some tension, and then it finally clicked and fell through. It felt like you were snapping a picture. It was really cool.
The PS5 saving grace for me is that controller. It's got the microphone right on it. You can mute, you can deafen.
Something else me and Key did actually.
I mean, it literally like that. The adaptive triggers. Like I was playing the Astro's Playroom has a whole platformer built into it.
You know what's funny?
Yeah.
I deleted that game.
Off rip.
That game did not survive not 30 seconds after my console got turned on.
Wild.
It's one of those things that like I like to play those games because they usually display everything the console can do. So I'm playing through it, and man, like the blades of grass running against the character's face. You can feel that in the controller. You can hear the sounds. Like it makes you blow into the microphone to make a pinwheel spin so you can propel yourself forward. Like it really uses the controller to its capabilities at face value. Who knows what these devs are going to do with it going forward? Because just like Reese was saying with the triggers, like each different thing requires a different amount of tension, or it might get tight deeper, or like it's so cool. The controller is fire. The microphone, the rumble, the feedback, the triggers. It is an experience. We love immersion and all that stuff. The controller takes you a step further into the game.
Not to mention, they increased the range between how far your controller can be away from the console itself, which is for me the biggest blessing, because my house isn't the biggest thing in the world, and like from where like my office is to where my kitchen is, it's not that far. But I would be playing games with them, and I'll go to the kitchen to go flip my eggs. And I'll be losing it. Like I start going out and they can't hear me, and that my controller. So when you lose sound, when you lose, what's it called?
Connect.
When you lose connection, you start coming from the TV itself, and your controller separates from the headset itself, and then.
Like, dude, the controller would just turn off.
Yeah. The controller would turn off. That's what it is. Yeah. And then you start coming. All the sound starts coming from the TV. Like that's what would happen. So now I tested it.
Now
with
you
this
waking
one.
the baby up. You know what I mean? It's a mess.
It's getting ugly.
Yeah. And I tested it with this one. And first I tested it with just the controller, And with just a controller, I made it all the way down to the other side to my bedroom. Worked, talked just fine, no problems. I came back, plugged my headset in, the same exact headset that would break off in the kitchen. Plugged it in, went all the way down to the bedroom again, the end of the room. Worked, talked fine, everything was fine, everything worked beautiful. They increased the
so
range.
it wasn't an increase of range. It's just we're using Bluetooth 5. You had the same issue I had in our apartments. We have thick walls. So like your kitchen's probably like walled off by this really thick wall, right?
No, bro. Kitchen's open.
No? Oh, mine has a really thick wall through it, and every time I went in my kitchen, it would break up.
Dude,
every time I went like you, and I go to the bedroom, it would break up.
You know what 74 brought?
No rule. Bees in the kitchen, because like
it was a running joke.
Okay, you know why I used to live on 74, right?
Yep.
You know where my room is, so I would make it to my living room, and then that was it. Like once I even looked at my kitchen, that was it. Like I had no more.
It had to go through your wall, the living room wall, the little dinky passage into the living room. It had to travel through all of that.
There was only one. There was my room, and then there was the living room. So it was only one wall it had to go through.
One wall.
That thick wall.
Trash.
Yeah.
It's just we have Bluetooth. Bluetooth is more resilient.
PS3 didn't have that problem.
We also had a little more freedom on PS3 with headsets we could choose, which is actually something I didn't get to test.
But the controller itself wouldn't turn off because this is controller related. Because like his headset, my current headset, is plugged into the controller.
Yep.
So it's all based on the controller. With the PS3, I could take my controller outside, walk across the street, still connected. The PS4, I take that thing to the kitchen. My kitchen is right there, bro. It's
literally not even 10, 11 feet away from.
Like for the people who can't see me, my kitchen is less than 5 feet from my arm extended. It's right behind.
Yeah, kitchen's like 10 feet away.
I go to my counter in that kitchen. Bees in the kitchen, malfunctioning, they can't hear nothing.
Yep.
If I go to the kitchen, like the back door where my kitchen is, disconnect. Gone.
Same for mine.
Gone.
Same
now the baby's up. Now everybody's yelling at me. He's a villain now. I was trying to do plus ultra. I went to the kitchen. All bad.
No range.
Yeah. Yeah. So shout out to the range and the hardware for the PS5.
Yep.
Dude, the controller is the saving grace for me because there's a lot of stuff about the PS5 that needs work. Not with it.
I'm not worried about it. It's the first iteration. Yes, you had a correct point in saying that there are building blocks from the PS4 that they should have built upon, I guess I'll say. But whatever reasons there are. These can be most likely addressed by future
I don't care what their reasons
updates.
are. Don't care. Don't care.
I didn't say that you did care. I'm just saying that these are things that can most likely be addressed in whatever future updates. Unfortunately, the inverse can. You're right, but hey, this is what they're.
That's the problem. Like they shouldn't get a pass for that. I'm not worried about it because it should come. This shouldn't be that way. You're spending $500 on these things, $400 on these things. It should be ready to go. It should be ready to go out the box, bro. It should be ready to go.
At least with more or built upon features than the last. Like it shouldn't be a downgrade in any way. Like fine, you want to add stuff as time goes on, make things better, smooth things. Fine. But like you shouldn't
losing features.
Yeah, you shouldn't lose features. Like you shouldn't sacrifice features. Features should be the same or made better, but still be there at least in some way, shape, or form.
How you real quick on the Xbox, how you feeling about it?
Okay, I'm not gonna go too crazy. Just really quick, I'm gonna say I like Xbox's UI for me personally a whole lot more, just because it's so much more simple. You press the at the home screen, everything is I guess I want to say it's sidebar. It's like there's 9 like straight down bars, right? And the first one is like the most recent apps that you use, or apps, games, whatever that you use. And then it just goes down to games, and then you have store, entertainment, events, community, suggested apps, and then add more. And you could also completely just edit and update your home screen how you want. You can move stuff, put what apps you want where, whatever. You can completely
like Windows 10 pretty much. You can fully customize
exactly what it is basically.
Yeah, you can customize it.
PS5 UI is pretty much mid-tier to garbage.
Yeah.
You can't move nothing. You can't keep your games organized. You can't do nothing. Do nothing.
Yeah, and it's very simple. You go up and you click your name, and then you have all the people that your parties online. There's a separate section for parties and chats that PS4 had. This has, so that's what I like. That's what I'm used to. So like that's simple and easy for me. So I just like it a lot better. And then Quick Resume is an absolute beaut. Literally, while we were all talking about like the PS4 and the PS5 and stuff like that, I was like doing some tests, and I was on Twitch watching a streamer stream on Twitch, went to Gears 4, shot some people, went to DayZ. Now DayZ's a little different because I mean it does have the quick resume feature, but you have to sign in every time, so it's a little different, but it does have quick resume. So I went to DayZ and then back to Gears and then back to this watching the streamer. Everything was fluid, everything was fine. It right in. It was beautiful. It's amazing. I love the UI.
Bro, that's a symphony to me. That's beautiful.
It's
bro,
amazing.
That's what we want in next gen. Forward progression. The PS5 just feels like the same thing with a pretty skin on it. It just feels like the same thing. Like
yeah.
With a pretty skin, but to Key, it's a pretty convoluted skin. It's a mess.
Oh God, yeah, it's a mess. It's confusing for me.
There are gems in there though. Like we never did touch on the whole SharePlay test that we mentioned earlier, which we thought was really cool actually.
Oh, SharePlay and the PS5 is fire.
It's fire. The PIP, like the picture is cool because you can move it around the screen.
Yep.
Or you can pin it to the side.
So basically, what happened
more than
was,
one person. Hold on, and more than one person can be streaming at a time.
So as Key had his share screen on, which I was watching. B had his share screen on, which Key was watching. I had my share play on, which Key was in, playing a game with me while all of this was happening.
Yeah, you can do so much. So
yeah, you can pin it on the side. You can do PIP, which is that is cool.
It is very cool. It's a super cool feature. Is it
unfortunately?
But now, question: would I rather have that or quick resume?
You see, me personally,
when I experience quick resume, I'll be able to answer.
Me personally, I never use share play. When somebody would be like, "Yo, throw on that share play," like I'll toss it on, obviously. But like, I personally never use share play. That's not a feature that I often use. So my backlog is brazy. So like, I'd much rather have quick resume. Like my backlog is crazy. So like, if I could
know your backlog's crazy.
If I could play a bunch of games at the same time, I could just add more to my backlog. It'd be great.
But no,
it's next gen. I should have both. But right, like I should have both. Like these things cost $500. I should have both. But if I had to pick, I'm going quick resume. Like yes, the share play thing is fire. It's a cute feature.
It's really cool.
It's super cool because like we get into parties and like we like to see each other's games, stuff like that. But usually when we party up, we usually end up playing the same game together. Like so like it might be 2 people are on Spelunky and 2 people are on this, and then we like, yo, whenever we're done with those games, what are we playing? All right, we're playing FIFA. All right, we're playing Siege. All right, we're playing Warzone. Everybody jumps in, and maybe there's one person in the share play just watching because they don't feel like playing. That's it. So like it's a cool feature, it's cute, but it's not really that huge to me. It's not a huge deal to me. But the quick resume, bruh.
Fire.
Need that.
Again, so
quick resume is just so fire.
I'm hoping because I've read that Microsoft believes that the Series S, Series X shortages will continue for the next half a year.
Yeah.
So hopefully I can get my hands on one to test that because y'all are touting it like it's
it's just. I mean, dude,
bread.
I literally I don't know. I don't remember. Have you guys ever used Twitch on your PS4?
I honestly don't see my.
Have you used Twitch
using
on the
it that often?
No, that's fine.
Huh?
No, I'm not saying. I'm just. Have you ever used Twitch on your PS4? Because I don't know this. That's why I'm asking.
My PS4, no.
Have you, B?
I have.
Does using Twitch close a game?
No. So when you use Twitch, it'll make the game suspend itself.
Okay, so
It's the
but you
same
can
thing like
Yeah.
when you use Netflix, it makes the game
It'll
suspended.
suspend
you can go
itself.
right back
So
to the game.
And then you can go
will be
right
in
back
rest
into it.
mode, it'll just be sitting there.
So that's
Yep.
okay. That's how quick resume works. Basically, that's what quick resume is.
Right.
Like it'll just be sitting there. So
With,
okay,
with as much RAM as they allot to that is what you get. So it could be 3 next gen games or 7 indies. You know what I mean? Like that's amazing.
yeah. So because
Wonderful.
I literally went back from watching a streamer to Gears of War 4 to playing DayZ, like, and nothing. It was all seamless. It was just from one game to quick little load screen. Hey,
I
you're
don't have
playing
to
this
Google
game.
them from scratch and look at all
Yeah.
the screens, look at the logos,
No,
and go
none of that. You don't got to go back,
go through the menus. None of that.
load your
In the game.
file. Nah, it's
In the
just
game.
just go
In
play
the
that
game.
game. It's great. It's honestly really great. It's not
That's
that stupid switcher or whatever that crap is called that set me up.
Yeah, that's not it, bro. We have like no time left, so let's hurry up and get into the throwback of the week.
The throwback of the week. Everybody's favorite section. I forgot the word.
Segment.
Segment. You know what I was saying.
You gonna hit us with that tune or not?
I don't even think that's active for us to get the tune.
No, it's not. I don't even know if I didn't even hear the tune. What happened to the tune?
I sent the behind the scenes message a minute, like stream for throwback music.
Yeah, he don't care.
Oh, I asked and there was no answer.
Man, whatever.
Oh yeah, I didn't even see that.
Yeah, you don't care.
Let's get into it.
Let's get on.
I'm sorry. This now.
All right. Well, real quick, because listen, this is next gen, folks. We can talk about this stuff all night,
literally all night.
And, so the game I picked is a PS1 title. It's been re-released on a couple things. It's been re-released on PSP, re-released on PS4. Its original release date it came out in NA first. Interesting. November 17th, 1997.
Sheesh.
This is devved by Nana Shah.
Okay.
Oh, I know what it is.
Under Computer Entertainment. Reese knows now. Yo, Rapper the Rapper. Throwback.
Oh, really? I love that game.
No. Every time you start the game.
Yeah, I did a rhythm game in honor of the Kingdom Hearts game that just came out. It's also a super rhythm game. That's super fire. So let's do a rhythm game. Parappa the Rapper is classic. It's one of the first rhythm games I remember playing as a kid.
Punch, kick.
It's all in the mind. If you want to test me, don't get me started.
Yeah,
it was so much fun. Like the songs were legendary. Like you would sing them in school. You sing them at like you get together with your friends and you be singing the tracks.
Mm-hmm.
Like when you found out that someone else played this game, you just got super hyped about it. It's a lovely game.
Fire.
Wonderful rhythm.
I used to hate that game because like I could see the buttons. I knew what I had to press. I could see it. It's like this is my first experience with this. I'm like, okay, this is easy. They're literally telling me what to press, and I would still mess up. And I'm just like, why? Like, what is happening? Like, why is this happening?
For the original game was terrible. It was terrible because you weren't supposed to hit it when the icon lit up. You're supposed to hit it right before because the time of input from the controller to the console and how it reflected on your TV, it was slower.
Maybe
so you
that's
would always be off. It was until the PS4 version that it was finally on time.
Man,
EA, you had to memorize the input lag, baby, to get those.
Yeah, it was crazy.
Get those A's, baby. But one wonderful game. It definitely spawned my love for rhythm games. Ended up playing DDR. I play DJ Max with Reese now. Like we're getting into this melody of Kingdom Hearts 2.7.
Melody memories, yeah.
Can we just shout out to the underrated and not talked about Guitaru Man? Bet you not nobody's gonna know what that is. Y'all gonna have to go Google that.
Man, yes,
you know what I'm saying? That came out before Rock Band. What's the one before Guitar Hero? That's the one.
Guitar Hero, yeah.
When Guitar Hero came out,
bro.
when Guitar Hero came out, I thought it was a sequel to Guitaru Man. Like I was like, oh, what's this?
Crazy.
And I'm like, wait, no, Guitar
Man.
Man.
This is not the same.
Came out and then left. This is just underrated. I just wanted to throw that out there. Go Google Guitar Man. That's my game.
This is why we do this show. This is why we do this show.
We're enlightening you.
Give y'all the gems that y'all didn't know about, or to just bring up gems you forgot about.
I love that game. I actually beat that game.
Dude,
wow, a game you beat?
That's crazy. That's crazy. We doing that. That's crazy. We doing that.
Like real talk. Like let's be real. Legend of Dragoon is a JRPG with a rhythm system built into it.
Yes.
A rhythm
okay.
game.
This is why I keep telling you.
It's a rhythm game.
And I'm going to keep bringing this up every time Legend of Dragoon is brought up. You need to play Mother 3. It's the same game.
Here we go.
It's a rhythm-based fighting game.
The same game. That's a stretch.
Here we go with this Mother. I have to look up the Mother battle system.
The game has the same
Fury of 6.
You attack the enemy on beat.
Can you see your character? Can you see your character fight?
Just don't be disrespecting Legends of Dragoon like that.
Can you see your character throw hands?
One of the greatest games.
I just want to know.
Look, I didn't say anything bad about Mother in any way, shape, or form. But don't tell me it's the same game.
I'm not disrespecting anybody. I just want to know if I can see my characters fight.
Yo, B, what else about Parappa the Rapper?
That's crazy. That's crazy.
It's been remastered for the PSP, which was horrible, and they got remastered for the PS4, which was great. They did it for their 20th anniversary of the game. Odd that it was released in NA first. I didn't know that. I mean, it is rapping. Literally came from that's ours. Like you can't. No one can take that.
You can't have that. That's us.
Like literally, everyone raps in every country across the globe. That's us. It came from us.
You're welcome.
Shout out New York for that one. Yeah, man, it just super high ratings. It sold a bunch of copies. People love this game. It's part of PlayStation lore. It's just part of PlayStation forever. No one can take that away from this game. If they never make another one, Parappa the Rapper will always. As a matter of fact, in the Astro game place platforming game, they leave little Easter eggs all over the game.
I saw them.
There's Hellgas. There's all these things that are from Sony's past. And Parappa the Rapper's in that. There's a stage, and they get the cameras up, and he's up there. It's super cool.
That's cool.
That this game will forever be embedded in PlayStation's lore. It's just a part of
He
Sony.
should just be the mascot.
Might as
giving
well.
everything else away, so why not?
Right. You done gave away Crash. What you doing?
Yeah, I can't believe they did that to Crash. Although I'm not mad no more because I got an Xbox now. But
oh my goodness,
I'm just saying. I'm just throwing that out there.
We usually do last thoughts and last things about everything we spoke about, but we're running out of time. So if you do have any questions, concerns, comments, you want to cuss one of us out about what we said,
hit us up.
Go on the Twitters, go on your Instas, go on your MySpace, your Facebooks, and come holler, man.
And most importantly, the Discord.
Let's do it. Also, it gets live in the Discord.
Come here and get live with us so Key can argue with you, and I can try to calm him down.
First of all, I don't be arguing with nobody. I'm civil. I just be letting people live their life. You know what I mean? I don't do nothing to nobody. I just be defending myself.
I thought we was doing this to spread truth.
He's arguing with every single member that's come in. They come in, I'm like, welcome, and keep you live.
Another victim.
I just be defending myself against wrong opinions. That's all. So
wrong.
That's where we're gonna
take it away, my brother.
We gotta go.
So we definitely gotta go because I got Lost Odyssey loaded up. I'm about to go ham. I've been dying to play this game. Thank you everybody for tuning in, checking us out, kicking with us, and talking this next gen. And question: do you guys love your consoles? Do you guys love the systems? Really quick.
Nah.
I'm indifferent. It's not the one I wanted, so.
Reese, that's so whatever. Okay,
that's so what? Say it, say it.
I'm in love with the controller.
Yeah, don't really love the console. What's going on with it right now, Reese? I'm saying what you are upset.
I'm nitpicking
because you wanted discless and you got disc, so you're upset. That doesn't make any sense to me. All you got was an added feature.
He's upset because he got the higher trim.
Right. That's what what?
Imagine getting a BMW XX. And they're like, here's the XX20. You know what I mean? You're like,
no, I didn't want the XX20.
No, I wanted the XX. I want what I want. What's wrong with that?
I respect it.
Anyways, thank you everybody. Thank you. No, because thank you for tuning in. Kicking it with us. Everybody showed up. Thank you, Jesse, for the gifted sub once again. And we will see you guys on the next one. This has been another episode of Trigger Talk TV.
Trigger Talk TV.
Trigger Talk TV.